Hey everyone! Welcome back to MS English AI. I'm Ina, and today we're diving into something really close to my heart. How to speak English like a story.
And I'm Paul. Welcome, everyone. If you've ever wondered why some people sound effortlessly natural when they speak English, even when their grammar isn't perfect, today's session is for you.
You mean, the way native speakers talk, it feels like they're not just speaking, they're telling something. Like every sentence has a rhythm.
Exactly. That's the flow, the natural movement of language. It's not about perfect grammar. It's about emotion, timing, and rhythm. When you speak like a story, English becomes alive.
So, when you say speak like a story, do you mean that every conversation is like a mini movie?
Beautiful way to put it, Anna. Yes, think of every sentence like a tiny story arc. There's a beginning where you introduce an idea, a middle where you expand or add emotion, and an end where you close it with tone.
So even a short line like, I'm tired today, can have that arc?
Let's try. Say it flatly first, like a robot.
I'm tired today.
Okay. Now, imagine you've just had a long day, and you're smiling a little as you say it. Say it again, but this time, let the emotion guide your tone.
I'm tired today.
Beautiful. You see what happened? You didn't add more words, you added life. That's what flow is. Invisible emotion inside sound.
It's like the sound itself is carrying the feeling.
Exactly. Language without emotion is like a story without heartbeat. And that heartbeat comes from rhythm, the natural rise and fall in your tone, the breath between your phrases, the pauses that let meaning grow.
So breath is part of the story too?
Yes, the rhythm of your breath shapes the rhythm of your speech. If your breath is tight, your words feel trapped. If your breath flows, your English flows.
So it's not just speaking practice, it's breathing practice.
Exactly. Try this. Take a slow breath in. Now say, I didn't expect that, but let the breath carry the emotion.
I didn't expect that.
Perfect. You see how it sounds soft but powerful? Because you allowed space. Most learners rush. They think fluency means speed. But true fluency is control. Control over time.
That's so true. Sometimes when I slow down, people actually listen more.
Exactly. Because silence and rhythm make your words land. Think of your breath as the invisible punctuation in your story.
That's such a beautiful image. Breath as punctuation.
It is. You don't need to memorize it. Your body already knows how to do it. When you feel something deeply, your breath changes, and your English naturally follows.
Paul, you always say, don't speak English, feel English. What do you mean by that?
Softly. Language is emotion wearing sound. If you speak without emotion, you're just pronouncing, not communicating.
I like that. Language is emotion wearing sound. Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's take a simple line. I'm happy for you. Say it once, just as text.
I'm happy for you.
Now, say it like you truly mean it, like you're proud of someone you love.
I'm happy for you.
There. Now, if you notice, the pitch rises slightly on happy, and your voice softens on you. That's storytelling through tone, not vocabulary.
So my emotion changes the music of my English.
Exactly. When you connect emotion to words, even simple sentences become unforgettable.
That's so interesting. So the story isn't just in the content, it's in the sound itself.
Yes, sound carries subtext, the invisible meaning beneath your words. It tells your listener how to feel about what you're saying.
So, flow is really about emotion moving through time.
That's beautifully said, Aina. Flow is emotion in motion. It's what connects one sentence to the next, one feeling to another.
So, how do we make that connection between sentences?
By listening to your own emotion before you speak. The flow between sentences is like waves in the ocean. One ends, the next begins. Don't chop your thoughts. Let them breathe into each other.
So, English conversation is like music. You can't just jump from one note to another. You need flow.
Exactly. And that's why storytelling is the ultimate teacher. When you speak like a story, your listener forgets you're practicing English. They just feel what you say.
That's the kind of English I want, where people feel something when I speak.
And that's exactly what's possible. You don't need perfect words, you need honest rhythm.
How can learners actually practice that? Like, if I'm alone, how do I train my storytelling tone?
Good question. Here's a simple daily practice. Take any short story, movie scene, or even a memory, and retell it aloud. But here's the rule: don't read, perform.
Perform.
Yes, feel the emotion of every moment. If it's sad, lower your tone, breathe slower. If it's funny, add energy, bounce in your rhythm. It's not about acting, it's about feeling through sound.
Can I try one?
Of course, go ahead.
So, yesterday I was waiting for the bus, and suddenly it started raining. Everyone ran for shelter, but there was this little kid standing in the rain, smiling up at the sky. And I thought maybe that's what happiness is.
Beautiful, Aina. You didn't just tell me, you showed me. That's what great English storytelling does. It paints emotions with sound.
I actually felt it while saying it.
Exactly. The more you feel, the more natural your English sounds.
Sometimes when I speak English with others, I get nervous and lose that flow. How can I keep it natural even when I'm under pressure?
That's a real challenge, but the answer lies in presence. When you're present, you listen more deeply, and your flow returns. Imagine you're talking to someone and they say, "I had a really tough day." Now, instead of rushing to reply, pause, feel what they said, then respond with a tone that mirrors their emotion. Oh, what happened? That small moment of empathy creates rhythmic connection. It's not just good English, it's human connection.
So, silence can also be part of the flow.
Beautifully said. Yes, silence is the heartbeat between sentences. It's what lets emotion breathe.
Paul, can we apply this idea, speak like a story, in daily life too? Like in small talk?
Absolutely. Let's say someone asks, "How was your weekend?" Most learners reply mechanically, "It was good. I stayed home." But storytelling flow transforms it into something alive. It was quiet, actually. I stayed home. But I finally finished that book I'd been putting off. Now your listener feels your world. You've created rhythm, emotion, and curiosity.
So it's like turning small talk into small stories.
Exactly. That's how you sound natural, not by using fancy vocabulary, but by inviting emotion into simple words.
I've noticed, Paul, you often change your tone in the middle of a sentence. Like you start strong, then go softer at the end. Is that part of flow?
Good observation. Yes, it's called intonation curve. English naturally rises and falls like waves. That variation keeps the listener emotionally awake. For example, listen. You know, sometimes silence says more than words. Hear that soft fall at the end? That's what makes it feel sincere.
You know, sometimes silence says more than words.
Perfect. You added presence, emotion, and humility, all through tone. When you master tone and flow, your English starts to breathe.
Paul, this really feels like art. It's like music made of meaning.
That's a beautiful description. English isn't just a language, it's a living rhythm.
You said earlier that behind every word there's a story. What did you mean by that?
Behind every word, there's a reason, a feeling, a purpose. If you don't know why you're saying something, your English becomes mechanical.
So, when I say thank you, I should feel gratitude, not just pronounce it.
Exactly. Words are just vehicles. It's your intention that drives them. If your intention is clear, your English becomes magnetic.
So, speaking like a story isn't just about rhythm, it's about meaning.
Yes, meaning creates emotion. Emotion shapes rhythm. And rhythm gives life to English. That's the full circle of flow.
Paul, this session really changed how I think about English. It's not just speaking, it's storytelling, breathing, feeling, connecting.
And that's the heart of it, Ina. When you speak like a story, you don't just communicate, you touch hearts.
Thank you so much for this session.
My pleasure. And to everyone listening, remember this. English isn't a test to pass. It's a story to tell. So breathe, slow down, and let your words flow like life itself.
Thank you all for joining Miss English AI. If you felt inspired today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell your story in English with heart.
See you next time, where we'll explore the music between words.
Until then, keep speaking, keep flowing, and keep feeling English.